Bitcoin have broke out of important level of resistance and the market have high possibility right now, 80% chance of moving all the way to the upside. I'll discuss this in detail in this very video. And if you look at the high price action, it is called that the market move all the way to the upside from this area upward, come back down. What next for the market? And if you look at the blockchain explorer, that is the Pi blockchain, discover that the total supply right now is 11.3 billion Pi already in circulation. Look at it right here, and this is very important. And if you come to the ETH price action, market move all the way to the upside. What next for the market? Because correction is within this very area to the downside before the next move upward. I'll discuss all of this and many more in this very video, so pay attention and watch this video all the way to the very end. The most important thing now is the price of Bitcoin. I said it before, I want to say it again in this very video, that the market have high capability of moving all the way to the upside, and that is what you should pay attention to, especially if you are watching this video right now. In my other video last week, I mentioned the fact that the market should break out on this level of important resistance, and exact same thing we see right at this very point, which mean market now have capability of moving all the way to the upside. In my opinion, I don't think the market is going to come below this very price level anymore. This level of $100,000, market is not going to come back all the way to this very point again. In my opinion, market can do anything. That means market can come below it, but that is not what I am expecting right now anymore on price action. And what that means is market is going to be bullish in the next coming days and weeks according to this very price analysis. And if market break out on this very level of important resistance, that means the capability of market moving to the upside is what I am looking at right now. Now, in case the market retrace, let's say the market is going to retrace back down, I am looking at market coming back and have support here before the next move to the upside. That means this very line of resistance that acted as resistance before will turn support for the market to move upward if we see a retracement back down. And that is what you need to pay attention to on your price action right now. This line of resistance should act as support if market come back to the downside, which is a possibility, but market is not going to go below the 100K mark. In my opinion, anything can happen in the market. You may be looking at something very different, but this is what I am not looking at on price action. So pay attention to this, guys. It's very important for you to be in the right direction of the market, because as technical analysts, that is what we do. And on BTCUSDT 4-hour chart here, we see the market move upward. We talk about this very V formation right here, and market consolidate around this very area, and we see this very move all the way to the upside. I am still expecting that the market have a little bit of correction before the next move to the upside, and that correction should happen within this very area of 110 and 19. Okay, that is 110K and $109,000. That is where that correction should happen before the next move to the upside, because if market come into this very area, we should have a good rejection from the market coming all the way to the downside, and that is what you need to pay attention to. That means from where the market is right now into this very area of 19 and 110, around this very point, expect the market to correct before the next move to the upside on BTCUSDT 4-hour chart. This is what I am not paying attention to from now moving forward. And if you come to the Pi price action right at this very point, you discover that market move back down a little bit, and then we see this very spike to the upside. Remember, there is a very significant level of resistance right at this very point that we need to pay attention to. For market to move upward, I am looking at the market breakout on this very level of resistance right here. This resistance is very important for market to move forward, and if we did not see a breakout of this level of resistance right here, then that means market have capability of coming back down to collect liquidity from this very point right here before the final move to the upside on the 4-hour chart. This is what I am not paying attention to as well on Pi moving forward. So pay attention to this, guys. Market have high capability of moving upward, but we need to see that breakout right at this very point before we can see market is going to really move all the way to the upside. Pay attention to this very breakout right at this very point. That is the only thing that will fuel the market moving forward from the bulls. And that is what I am not paying attention to right now on the immediate short term on Pi USD 4 chart. And looking at the Pi blockchain, you discover that a lot of tokens have been released into circulation, which means more tokens have been mined and there are more tokens unlocked, which means more tokens have been flowing into circulation. That is why we are also seeing Pi not moving as expected, because people that mine this very token are coming back to the market right here to dump it and collect profit, which is not very good for the token right now. So this is what you need to expect on the Pi blockchain. And for the price action, market is going to break here. Once I see that breakout, then I will be very sure that market is going to move all the way to the upside on the long term. And if you look at the ETH BTC for our chart, very importantly, market dipped down all the way to this very point, and we see this very recovery. There is a very important point of interest we need to pay attention to on price action right now. In fact, that is the reason why we are seeing the market not moving forward. Look at this very area right here. Is an important point of interest, and market have not closed above this very gap, which means this gap is very, very important. I will delete this very area right now because price have expected, and from this very point I'll be looking at this very area moving forward. If I see the market break above this very line of resistance, then that means market have capability of moving all the way to the upside. So expect the market to retrace. I am expecting retracement within this very area, okay, to the downside before the final move to the upside. But if we see the market begin to move upward and break here and move into this very area, that means market is going to retrace, and this will not act as an important level of support for the market to move upward. This is very important. I want to repeat myself again. What I am expecting on this very price action is for the market to from here retrace back to the downside before the next move to the upside, which is very, very important. But if we see a breakout of this very level of important resistance, then market is going to move into this very area of important resistance right here, which is our order block. Then market is going to come back down, retest this very level of important resistance, which will not act as a support for the market to move all the way to the upside. This is what I am not paying attention to on ETH USDT 4 chart. This is very important, guys. And as ETH begin to move all the way upward, we are going to see the price of a lot of altcoins, meme token, begin to climb as well to the upside. In the past 15 days, we've seen a record number of influx into the ETH ETF, which means a lot of liquidity is flowing into it, which means people are buying this very ETF. Market is still very bullish in my opinion on Ethereum, and that is what I am still paying attention to for market moving forward. Pay attention to this to be in the right direction of the market, because this is very, very important for you to know the next direction of the market. And on ETH 1-day chart, this very rectangular pattern is still very active on price action, which means once we confirm that the market break on this very area of important resistance, market is going to begin to move all the way to the upside. I am very sure of that, and the target is still 3.5k per Ethereum. Pay attention to this, guys, to be in the right direction of the market. This is very important. And in the last 2 days, we've seen an increase in the global crypto market capitalization from $3.27 trillion to $3.35 trillion, which means as market begin to increase gradually to the upside, we're going to begin to see the global crypto market cap begin to increase as well gradually, as more liquidity begin to flow into the market. And this is very, very important. This is what you need to pay attention to be in the right direction of the market right now. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you have not, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for all that crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, the link in the description of this very video, and also in the pinned comment for more crypto update like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.